Shonen-Jump titles are arguably some of the most popular manga that is read here in the United States. Stories such as One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, and many more have captured the hearts of many otaku since childhood. While newer titles such as Black Clover, Boruto, Food Wars, My Hero Academia, and recently Demon Slayer have captured the newer generation. However, one manga in Shonen Jump's lineup has flown under the radar for both international and domestic anime audiences. That manga is Act Age, a story about a girl and her dream of becoming a world-class actress. Now you may be thinking to yourself, but Vera, acting sounds so boring. It doesn't sound as cool as some no-magic peasant becoming the Wizard King, or normal kid becoming the symbol of peace. What could be so interesting about acting? Well, let me enlighten you fellow otakus with the sheer beauty and artistry of Act Age. The main protagonist is Kei Yonagi, a 16-year-old with the dreams of becoming a world-renowned actress. However, she struggles to pursue her dreams after the death of her mother, which caused her a-hole of a father to abandon her and her two siblings. Despite these circumstances, Yonagi still has a natural love and talent for method acting, an acting style that revolves around recalling past experiences in order to play a character. With her talent, she is eventually noticed by a director named Sumiji Kuroyama, who kinda looks like Captain Yami from Black Clover, and he begins to help her in achieving stardom. However, her strength of method acting is a double-edged sword that can do just as much harm as it does good. Method acting, as previously stated, is a real acting style that is based on recalling past events and immersing yourself into a role to create a realistic portrayal of a character. This can become a thorn in any actor's side, as well as it could hurt the psychological well-being of that actor. As it is based on personal experience, the preponderance of the modern adherents tend to subject themselves to all manners of potentially dangerous situations in order to achieve a truly realistic experience to draw from. With all that out of the way, I also enjoy that Act Age explores all different types of productions and it explains how each type is different. As we go through the manga, we get to see all different types of productions such as movies, TV series, plays, theater, and even music videos. An actor who is in the movie needs different skills than an actor who works in live theater. For example, a movie actor does not need to emphasize his presence as much because the camera would focus on them in order to achieve that. However, for actors who are in plays or in kabuki-styled productions, they need to emphasize their voice and actions in order to draw attention from the audience. As an actor, Yonagi has to adapt to each type of production, otherwise she won't be able to find a gig or achieve her dreams. As I have previously mentioned, Act Age is all about competition and that goes along with the cast as well, which makes things interesting. The friends Yonagi makes along the way can also become her greatest enemies in her productions. Likewise, a villain can also be Yonagi's greatest ally. I really like this dynamic because even though there really isn't a big villain in the story, it really shows a realistic portrayal of the acting industry. If you want a role, you have to compete against others for it, and even when you get the role, there is a danger of being outshined by your co-actors. In the end, I think the only real major villain here is the acting industry itself. Finally, the last thing I want to talk about the manga is its art. Act Age's art can be incredibly brutal, mesmerizing, and even beautiful sometimes. With the different types of genres the book explores, scenes can become very dynamic and change depending on the production Yonagi is in. In one part there could be a bloody and brutal fight scene, and in another the characters could be exploring a beautiful foreign world that mesmerizes the reader. Each scene is carefully drawn to portray the kind of production Yonagi is in. Sometimes I like to think that these scenes are what Yonagi sees in her own mind as she fully immerses herself into portraying a character. As a whole, Act Age provides a whole new spin on the shonen genre while still sticking to several common tropes that have become standard in the medium. We get to watch Yonagi's journey from being a promising trainee to a famous actress, just as we would with Asta from being a no-magic peasant to the Wizard King, or Deku going from a civilian to the symbol of peace. Although the general premise is roughly the same, the execution is way different. Unagi works in a cutthroat industry with new and old talent that frequently compete with each other for exposure. Even if she gets the role, she has to adapt to meet expectations that are required of her. And along the way, she forges really awesome relationships with others. At the same time, she is also discovering her passion and is moving on from the tragedy that is her mother's death. Currently, the manga is still ongoing, but no one really reads it, which is a shame because Act Age is genuinely a good story that deserves to be read and maybe even made into an anime. So if you're looking for a new read, definitely check this out. This is Vera with my Act Age manga review, and I'll see you later.